President Biden won't face the press for at least a week. He's on vacation at the beach. There he is. He took a bike ride today. These are the pictures with him with his shirt on, not off. In his absence, fellow Democrats must play defense for him, like today. Hunter Biden's business partner, Devon Archer, talked to congressional investigators about his experience with the father-son duo. He reportedly commented that the elder Biden talked to Hunter's clients to sell the brand, something Democrats today tried to defend.
He never said that he has never spoken to anyone. He said that he had nothing to do with Hunter Biden's business dealings. If he says hello to someone that he sees his son with, is he supposed to say, "Hi, son"? Oh, no, I'm not going to say hello to the other people at the table or the other people on the phone. It's kind of a preposterous premise to think that a father should not say hello to people that the son is at dinner with, and that is literally all the evidence is.
Well, this always depends on who you talk to. Ankush Khardori is with us, former federal prosecutor. I want to play a soundbite because Democrats are saying, hey, look, this was just friendly conversation. Therefore, Joe Biden saying, I never talked to my son about business still stands because it wasn't about business. It was about being friendly. Republicans have characterized this differently. Take a listen to some of the Fox reporting.
Archer tells the House investigators that Hunter Biden put then VP Biden on a speakerphone more than 20 times to sell, quote, the brand, in parentheses.
Selling the brand is a little bit different than just saying hello and talking about the weather, right?
It is different. I mean, there's a question about whether or not that would rise to necessarily criminal conduct, but it is certainly unseemly. And I think it would be better for the Democrats and the folks out there trying to defend the Bidens if they would give a little on this, because I think most Americans don't see this and think like this is conduct that we should be promoting or defending in the government on the part of our politicians or their family members.
And we can all agree, right, that Republicans say that they have the evidence of the Biden crime family, which so far they've not been able to present. And on this side, Democrats say there's nothing to see. Everything is clean as a preacher's sheets here. We can all move on and talk about the indictment of Donald Trump. Let's play back-to-back here the couple of times President Biden's been directly questioned about the business dealings with his son. Take a listen.
I've never discussed my business or their business, my sons or daughters, and I've never discussed them because they know where I have to do my job, and that's it. He's a grown man. And it turns out he did not do a single thing wrong. I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings.
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings. That now seems to no longer be true. You point out there's the politics of it, there's the legal side of it. These are very different. What do we have to get to for reasonable people, I'll put you in that category, to say there is now legal problems or really serious ethical problems for the president?
So I think that the key thing for Hunter Biden in terms of his potential culpability, and then by extension Joe Biden, is was Hunter Biden actually lobbying or exerting any sort of influence on his father or anyone else in the government, right? So there's obviously money coming in to Hunter Biden and the Biden family. The question is, what did these interests get in exchange for it? And the defense that I think we heard from Representative Goldman is essentially nothing, that basically they were taking in all this money and kind of just selling the brand, which, by the way, is unseemly for entirely different reasons.
So in other words, we're basically the defense is the Burisma folks and the Chinese companies that were funneling millions of dollars to Hunter Biden made a terrible investment because Hunter Biden did nothing for them. That has to be the...
That does appear to be Representative Goldman's defense. And as a sort of a practical matter, I don't think most people find that particularly compelling. As a legal matter, it might be. Because as I said, you do need to see some real action.
You actually, not only do you have to see it, you have to be able to prove it, right? And you have to be able to prove a quid pro quo pretty directly. Republicans make this point, right, that Donald Trump has been indicted for these things, for certain things, on fairly flimsy evidence at times, and a lot of sort of secondary accounts, and whether or not especially this latest indictment could actually be proven or not, on and on and on. Are we at the point of prosecutorial discretion where, based on the evidence we have, if you wanted to indict, if the prosecutor wanted to indict a ham sandwich, they could?
So I don't think, based on what we have available to us, that it would rise to necessarily a criminal case. But I think the question that many of us have, I have, is not just could the Justice Department look at this, it's did they look at this?
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.